Well, new this morning at 11, the Quad Cities has so many ways to get out and enjoy our region. That's especially true with the Mississippi River and all of the trails that we have to explore. Take a look at this. This is a trail map from Ride, Illinois. There are dozens, if not hundreds of miles of trails right here in the QCA. And the options grow even more as you make it out of the metro areas. Finding those places to explore may be soon a little easier, thanks to the generosity of two Quad Cities natives. And joining us this morning is Deb and Dean Mathias, both incredibly involved in the cycling community here in the Quad Cities. Thank you both for being with us this morning.
Hey, thanks for the interview.
Thank you, Josh.
Hey, so you both have seen the cycling community grow and develop over your lifetimes. What's it been like to see that transformation?
I think there's a huge appreciation for all the people that have come before us, laying the foundation, and every connectivity and seeing the individual cities take the initiatives to build their communities, build a trail network in their communities, not just for cyclists, but for walkers, runners, etc.
And you've been cyclers your entire lives, but you've also decided now that it's an important time to give back. So tell us a little bit about how you're going to do that through this new endowment fund.
Well, after our passing, this endowment fund will go into effect, and it will be available to communities within the bi-state region. So it's probably more geared towards communities, smaller communities that are looking for a match for a large grant that they may get. They'll be able to apply and hopefully be eligible and receive some money from our endowment fund.
You know, this is the Quad Cities has so many trails. We just looked at the map from Ride, Illinois. One of the things that we haven't really talked a lot about with the new I-74 bridge is how connected the Quad Cities will be along Interstate I-74. What does that mean to the cycling community to have that connectedness now right along the interstate?
I think it's a destination bridge for people from outside of town, people from inside of town, runners, walkers, cyclists. We're going to want that view up there, and it's going to provide other loop.
And how do you hope that some of your money is spent down the road? Are there specific projects that you've been thinking about that you'd like to see funded through this?
Right.
Yeah, there are lots of great projects being planned right now. There's also projects that we foresee in the future that hopefully, these are ideas that we have. Dean's got some different projects, ideas. One would be a loop in Illinois, connection from the Sunset Park to the Hennepin Canal in Rock Island. Trail from I-74 to Duck Creek would be great. So. And then we'd love to see the Mississippi River Trail connected from Clinton all the way to Muscatine.
And then from 74 Bridge with Moline's river corridor, all from the Mississippi River all the way out to the Rock River.
So those are some of the larger projects that we see.
With the River to River project.
And we know that volunteer groups and organizations are critical to helping maintain these trails, but cities and local governments are playing a role in maintaining the trails as well, providing accessibility, which is really important. So what role, if any, does local government play in continuing your legacy with this endowment?
I think, thanks for the question, Josh. I think it's important that they keep, each community, keep pushing the envelope and develop that connectivity between city to city, listen to their constituents, and try to put a path or a street that's less trafficked within a half mile of every home in the entire Quad Cities.
I want to ask quickly about the cycling community here in the Quad Cities. We have so many great trails, so many trails for different experience levels. This pandemic has really forced a lot of people outside. Is there any indication that the cycling community here is growing, and what kind of support it needs from people like you to continue on this legacy?
Yeah, it definitely has grown in these last couple years. The bike shops have seen evidence of that. We've seen evidence of it on the trails. We as more experienced cyclists are more comfortable or are comfortable out riding on county roads, but many of us, as there's more distractions by drivers, are more comfortable on the trails. So I think that the trails serve a purpose for that, as well as families to be able to ride together.
And safety first.
Absolutely, absolutely. Deb and Dean, I want to thank you so much for joining us here at 11. I really hope to see you guys out on the trails soon.
And Josh, I just want to remind people that they can pick up their maps in the local bike shops, and that hopefully other people in their own cities will join the Quad City Endowment Community Foundation and set up their own network for trail growth in the Quad Cities, and so we can become a bicycle-friendly community, 2 states.
Absolutely, it's much needed. Thank you both for joining us this morning. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Josh.
See you on the trail.